That was, again, back-to-back nights. It was an incredible game. Got down to the wire. Coach, just talk about the thoughts on how that ended up ending and the way you guys fought to overcome a double-digit deficit to kind of stick around against, top 25 program like New Paltz is.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a certain level of just grit and perseverance to come down from 17 points early in the game and really make it interesting at the end. And I think cut it to 1 point, I think it was at some point. But, there was never a panicked look in our eyes when, the first media timeout, we were down pretty big, maybe 12 at that point. And I said, okay, 5 minutes have gone by of a 40-minute game. There's 35 minutes left. That is plenty of time to chip into a lead, and that's exactly what they did. Didn't make any crazy adjustments at halftime. We just kind of refocused on our keys, and at the end of the day, a little bit of a slow start kind of got to the best of us. But I said to the team in the locker room that this group has just shown so much perseverance throughout the year, and it's really just a testament to who they are as players, and they're going to take that with them far beyond their years in a Geneseo uniform, which I'm just okay with.
Yeah, Kerry, to even get to this point, you knock out the reigning champions in the semis to get to the finals after, years coming just short, to even have to get this opportunity. What does it mean for you as a senior?
Yeah, it means a lot for me and the whole team. Our goal at the beginning of the year was like, okay, get past semis. That's been a block for us for the last 2 years. So just overcoming that first game and getting into the championship was definitely a really great feeling and definitely a huge accomplishment for our team.
What was the mindset after getting down so early in the first quarter? Then you held New Paltz scoreless for a big stretch there that allowed you to come back in. What do you think happened in that time where you were able to kind of climb back into the game and chip away at the deficit?
Yeah, we knew that they always come out strong, they always come out hot. But we had 30 minutes of basketball left, so we just wanted to give it our all off the bat, especially going into the second quarter. We knew that if we played good defense in the half court and then in transition, we could stop them. So really just took everyone to dig in and buy into our system, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, Coach, at the end of the day, were there any adjustments you wish you made, or how did you feel like it transpired towards the end? You feel like you guys could have done something a little bit differently, especially against Bray making some shots towards the end?
Yeah, honestly, if I were to do anything differently, it would have been at the start of the game. At the end of the game, there's just so many moving parts, and of course, you want to execute situations perfectly, which happened last night for us. And game of basketball, that's sometimes it doesn't happen for you at the end of the game, but you know what? We put ourselves in a position at the end of the game to win. And that's always the goal. It's always the goal. Just get yourself there. And, at that point, I just got to trust my players that they're going to hit some shots and get defensive stops and get rebounds. And, hindsight's always 20/20. But I thought they executed our game plan down the stretch pretty well. And, Brianna's a very good player. And we knew the ball was going to be in her hands. And just tried to make it difficult for
her. Kerry, I thought you guys, you particularly rebounded really well. I thought you rebounded well early. I thought, Samai gave us a little bit of an extra spark, and the difference was some offensive rebounds that kind of kept possessions going for New Paltz towards the end. Do you feel like that kind of swayed that, 3-4 point difference down the stretch of the game?
Yeah, definitely. We always say, extra possessions, they're going to end up scoring at some point. So that was a big key for us, especially the short rebounds, just hitting a body early, something we've been working on. But, you can't get them all, but we tried our best to hit bodies and get all the boards we could. I think first half we held New Paltz to 1 offensive rebound, so that was huge for us. And, we tried to do that in the second half. But.
And then, Coach, I know you touched on it, but how special was this group this year to get to the point that they did? How proud are you of them to make it, a couple points away from a title?
Yeah, I always tell them I don't allow them to win a SUNYAC championship as a goal in October because it's just so far away. And there's so much work that goes into that you have to focus on the day-to-day instead of looking at February. And, we always say put yourself in a position to win a championship so that you can really trust the day-to-day and the growth and the process. And I reminded them of that today, and that they did achieve that. They achieved putting themselves in a position to win. And I also reminded them that we weren't satisfied with just being here on Championship Saturday, that we were here to win and that we deserved to be here, and that we have been through every basketball situation you could possibly be in this year. And so our experience has led us to this day, and that's what you get with a veteran team, right? I've got 2 super seniors, 4 actual seniors, and I leaned on them this weekend. That I just said, you guys have got to lean into your experience and your basketball skills, and they knew if they were going to compete this weekend, it's not going to come from the coaching staff. It's going to come from my leaders, my veterans, the ones who do the work day in and day out, and I think they rose to that challenge. Even though the ball didn't bounce our way this afternoon, I'm proud of my leaders today.
And then Kerry, any last thoughts on your career you have? I'm not sure if you're one of those 5th-year seniors, so just the career that you had here, being able to wear a Geneseo uniform.
Yeah, being a part of this team was definitely an amazing 4 years. My best part about college, especially this team. We had a really special team, and just growing up from that sophomore year after having the break from COVID, like the jump is crazy. It's really amazing looking back on the improvements we made. Seeing Coach improve too from that, a lot of changes. So yeah, I mean, I'm just so proud to be able to say that I wore a Geneseo uniform, and I'm so proud of this team for finally making it to the championship game, and it didn't go our way, but yeah, I'm just super proud of this team, and Geneseo will always hold a special place in my heart.